Hey guys, this is Andrew at FloryPB, and today we're going to do something a little different. You ever pick up an Angel, hopefully a G7 fly or an 06 speed, and it didn't come with a barrel, but it was a cheap Angel you picked up on eBay, and you figured, I'll pick up a barrel for it later. You know it's not original Angel thread, but it's a different thread altogether. Then you find on eBay someone selling a barrel that they say is G7 fly threaded. So you're awesome, you get the barrel, it's cheap enough, you put it in the marker, it threads in nice and fine, and you go out and you shoot it, and it just blows paint fucking everywhere. Then you're like, shit, it doesn't work. Something's wrong with the barrel. Something's wrong with the marker. Then you feel. You pull the bolt out, see what's going on, make sure your bolt didn't break anything. Then you stick your finger in here, and you feel the gap. And then you realize it's too short. The barrel doesn't fit all the way through. You sit there and curse yourself a little bit because you realize that he sold you an A1 barrel, which is the exact same threading as a G7 fly barrel, but it just has a little bit less shank. In retrospect, here's a G7 fly barrel that threads in correctly. Threads all the way in, no gap. So if you notice, the amount of shank is different in the two barrels. And it's different in the front and the back. So you have a little bit of a problem here. But with a little bit of work and a lathe, we are going to convert this A1 barrel, which is basically useless because A1s are terrible, to a G7 fly barrel. Because we can. So there's an inches. G7 fly barrel, the shank, not the best way to measure, but good enough for what we're doing here. It's 0.786 inches. The shank on this is 0.5955, so 0.6, or 596 we'll call it. We need the shank to be this height. So that's all we're going to do is we're going to take this, put this on here, this will get us close. We're just scoring a little line. And that's going to be our start point we hit. We bring it down to where we're supposed to be. Jesus. And we'll turn this A1 barrel into a G7 fly barrel. Now the front of the shank is going to be a little short, but the threading goes a little deep in these. So hopefully it all works out for us. We're going to see if this is a viable option to turn this stiffy A1 barrel, which is, you can still get these pretty easily, into a G7 fly barrel, which is much harder to get. So stay tuned. We're going to be upstairs next. We're going to machine this down and get it going. Alright guys, so we got the stiffy barrel in the lathe. I have the camera set up exactly where I'd like to stand, so it's going to be a little trickier for me. Let's pop it out of gear real quick. Let's touch off on this. I'm going to see where I am. Alright, so we touched off. We are where we should be. Apologize, I can't get the camera any higher. So we can do a surface pass, see what the diameter is, then adjust it to make it this diameter here. See what we are. 0.92. And we need to get down to 0.805. And 0.806, 0.805. So at 0.92. Let's take a 50 thou cut. Make sure everything's correlating correctly. .87, 0.805, so that's not bad. Take another 50. You gotta be careful around the threads. Don't go a lot farther than you need to, or any farther than you need to. You do not want to hit the threads. And I'm at a kind of a cock angle here. It's not exactly the angle I want to be at, but it's a tool I have in the thing right now. So we're gonna take another 20 thou out. We'll call that our finish pass with this. Just feel it pretty quick. Do a double check. .804. That's pretty good. Try to get this out for you guys. So 805, it was 804 when I was pushing on a little bit. So that's exactly where we want to be. It matches the front. I want to clean up that wall a little bit because that looks kind of ugly. Well, back out there. So that edge needs a tiny bit. Let's not play stupid. Let's just push it out a little bit. Make sure I don't hit my camera legs. I hit the camera anyway. It's probably not going to be the roundest right now because of could be worse. Gently clean that edge off. All right. So we put a piece of tape on here, just some electrical tape, just to keep it from destroying the anodizing, because it is kind of soft. And yeah. Good to go. Modified. Let's go test it on downstairs. Kind of stupid not to bring the marker up here, but you know, I think it's going to work. So we'll be right back downstairs. Alright, we're back downstairs. I just cleaned off the stiffy barrel with my hands. Double checking it. Pretty good. We are maybe a hair longer than the stock, or that CPG7 barrel. We also took off the jelly on that particular sticker just because it was grabbing. Tighten it in. Oh yeah, perfectly tight seal. I don't know if there's a way to see it, but let's see if we can somehow get you guys in there. I don't think this is gonna work, but I'll try to let you see what I see. Let's see if don't think that's working too well, but it's in there tight. Sacrificed A1 for the greater good, and now we have another G7 fly barrel out there in this world. There's a whole slew of A1 barrels too we can modify, I feel, in the future if need be. They had that nice little barrel kit that they came with, and those guns don't really need it. But yeah, that's a quick trick rather. How to turn an A1 barrel into a G7 fly barrel if you cannot find the G7 fly barrel that you want. And yeah, it's awesome. I'm not going to shoot it right now because this gun's not prepped to shoot, but trust me on that one, she's in there pretty well. Fits in perfectly, beautifully snug. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. This is Andrew at FloryPB again. If you like this little tip, let me know. I don't know if we're going to make a new segment out of this, but it's just a cool thing you can do. And don't get too scared when you can pick up a G7 fly for cheap, or an 06 speed for cheap if it doesn't have the barrel, because A1 barrels are pretty abundant. Even on eBay, you can find a lot of A1 barrels, and if you have the proper stuff to do it, it's really simple to modify them in order to make them work correctly in a G7 fly. All right, guys. Again, it's Andrew FloryPB. We're out for now.